Okay guys, I have been waiting to make this video because I didn't want to say anything preemptively or too early, and so now I think it's kind of official. We have to talk about it now. We have to talk about how, once again, the publishers, Bilibili, have decided to shaft the JJK global players. I don't know if it's, I would assume it's the publisher's fault, you know? I don't know, maybe there's somebody on the other end telling them not to, but if you just go back and look at the JP timeline, there are so many times JP players just get like 3,000 free cubes for reaching milestones of like millions of players achieved. However, global has not gotten nearly the same amount of cubes from those milestones because global's bigger, to be fair. Maybe our milestones are a little bit different, a little bit harder to achieve, but we're missing out on a lot of free cubes in that aspect. But besides that, even like something as simple as the 100 days since release campaign did not come out for the global side of the game. We have since, you know, passed the 100th day, and I doubt they're gonna do like a day 101 or day 102, so we're just missing that 3,000 cubes completely, which absolutely sucks. This is not the news I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys that they're going to give us a bunch of free summons, a bunch of free cubes and stuff like that, but unfortunately that is not the news. And so the excuse, don't let anybody gaslight you into saying this, but like the excuse they're going to give more than likely is like, hey, we gave you tickets for the banners. That's a free summon. One free summon is about 3,000 cubes. Look at all the tickets we've been giving you. That's why we didn't give you the 3,000 cubes. Dude, shut up, because we want to use the cubes on the hidden inventory banners, and guess what goes away within a few hours? The hidden inventory banners. So there are people sitting at 240 pity or 230 pity that could have really used the cubes, and now they just don't get them because we decided not to do this. Even if they decide to give us the 3,000 cubes tomorrow or the next day, by then it's going to be too late for anybody that might have wanted to use those cubes on the hidden inventory banner, which might be what they want. It's hard to say, but that's absolutely crazy that they've chosen just to completely skip this, or they forgot about it. I don't know. And like, to be fair, some people are going to be like, just because JP got these things doesn't mean global gets those things as well. That's probably another excuse they're going to give us. But like, we should get the same things, especially since we're on a sped up timeline and we need the cubes to make up for the fact that the timeline is so sped up, because normally you can log in, you can get 10 free cubes a day. JP had a full year. We have half a year, so that's at least a ton. Like, that is a ton of cubes we are missing right there for every day that we're missing logging in minimum. So we should be getting more cubes from these rewards. And like I said, not to mention, we're already missing out on these like 4 million player achieved rewards, and there's a couple of these throughout the JP timeline. If you guys just ever get the chance to scroll through the JP timeline, there you go. 5 million players achieved 3 million cubes, or 3,000 cubes, sorry. But like, yeah, there's a couple of those. Now to continue on, it gets worse. Okay, I haven't really talked about this because oh man, I hate, people get upset, you know, and like I hate sharing the bad news, but it has to be shared because they're continuing to do it, and the only way to stop them from skipping out on giving us the cubes that JP got that global rightfully deserves is to talk about it. Okay, so half anniversary celebration, 3,000 cubes. Now you could argue that the hidden inventory for global is not the half anniversary celebration, right? So it's like, yeah, we'll give you those cubes later during the half anniversary celebration. So what's the half anniversary celebration for global going to be? It is going to be the first anniversary for JP. And if you go and look at the first anniversary for JP got a bunch of free cubes, 3,000 free cubes. They actually got way more than 3,000 free cubes. So we're probably going to get the same amount of free cubes during the half anniversary as JP got for their first anniversary. They're not just going to toss in an extra 3K. There is no way they do that. If we get an extra 3K during the first anniversary, I would probably, like, excuse my language, I would shit myself, because there is no way Bilibili does that. Like, so realistically, in my opinion, we are missing out on these 3,000 cubes as well. So we're missing out on at least 6,000 free cubes that global should be getting that JP got. And then if I wanted to go further and argue, I could argue that like, hey, JP or global's probably hit some milestones for players and we haven't gotten crap. Meanwhile, JP hit milestones for players and they got a bunch of stuff. Once again, those milestones might be a little bit different for global, But yeah, you know what? I take that back. We did get one reward for a player amount milestone, and it was a paid banner at the beginning of the game. And since then, since the paid banner didn't work out, they haven't given us like any free cubes or anything as like that for the player milestone. So absolutely crazy. Like, I don't want to be that guy who's just negative about the game all the time, right? So this is like one of my more negative videos in a while, but I just gotta get the news out there. Gotta let you know that, like, hey, don't let them talk you into saying that, hey, you'll get these cubes down the line and it'll be okay. Now, additionally, I have to add this in here. I did see somebody in the general chat of the Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade Discord ask Xanon, hey, Xanon, are we going to be getting the 3,000 cubes for the 100-day login bonus, or are we not? Because, you know, it's kind of already past time. And Xanon said, I will get back to you. I'll find out tomorrow. That was today at the time of recording this video. It is the 16th. So I'm interested to see if we find out any more news on the 17th, but honestly, I think at this point it's too late. I would love to, you know, I'd love for this video to mean nothing and for us to get the cubes here soon, but I don't see that realistically being the case. And just to show you guys really quickly the gift box, and that we still haven't gotten the 3,000 cubes even at this point, just, you know, I'm going to show you the history. Okay, so here in the gift box, we have the history. It does only go back so far, right? I wish it went back like infinitely and we could see everything that we've gotten, but a lot of these rewards right here are from the recent event, right? The Imaginary Realm, the cubes and stuff like that. So none of those were actually like real gift box items. And what they're going to probably try to argue is like, hey, we give you these tickets, right? Like, shut up. We don't, no, not okay. What I will say is good though. The one thing I will say is that Yaga was announced as the next banner. We are getting tickets for that banner. He's a very good character. That is one of the better things we've gotten. But yeah, look at all this. No, there's no 3,000 cubes in here. All the way back to the 11th of this month, which is not that far back. But yeah, we did not get any of those cubes. And once again, going to the gacha, just want to point out, like I was saying, okay, down here, the hidden inventory banners goes away in 7 hours and 28 minutes at the time of recording this video, right? So if anybody was sitting at 240 pity and they just needed one more summon and they're free to play and didn't want to spend, right? They were counting on those 3,000 cubes from the 100-day celebration. They expected them to come, and then they're no longer there. So that is really, really unfortunate. And I think it's a little bit scummy. I think a lot of the things this company has done with publishing this game has been scummy. I'm sticking with it at least until, you know, we catch up to JP, and then maybe it'll get better because we'll follow along with JP. I pray JP sets the pace, sets what rewards we get and stuff like that, because JP's fine. JP's okay. JP has been paced much better. I think the biggest problem, honestly, is pace, and because of the pace, they have just changed the way banners release and changed the way they give out rewards and stuff like that, and maybe they lose some things along the way or forget about it. Maybe they genuinely just forgot about the 100-day cubes. I mean, people make mistakes, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe that they just forgot, because some of the stuff they've done has been intentional. So a lot of the stuff they've done has been intentional so far. So I think everybody, including myself, is a little bit skeptical. It's so sad because I genuinely want this game to do well. I know a lot of people want this game to do well, and it's still just being handled this way. It's absolutely crazy. And one last thing I want to address, please tell me that they are not going to tell me, like, okay, yeah, we didn't give you the 100-day reward because we have the new team battle, and the team battle can reward you with cubes, but only the top spots, first, second, and third place, get decent amounts of cubes, and that's based on the global ranking for the cubes. Now, if you're in first, second, or third for your region, you get some additional rewards, but they haven't addressed what those rewards are. They could just be like some lame, like, standard banner tickets, but basically, most everybody is going to be like anywhere between 50 and 100th place, so you're going to get anywhere between 300 and 200 cubes. Like, it's not that good. It's not that good. So don't let them tell you that this was also in place of the cubes for the gift, because that was definitely not it either. I don't know. Whatever excuse they're about to make, or whatever excuse they try to make, maybe they'll just be silent. I don't know. Whatever they try to do, just don't accept it. Don't be happy with whatever they tell you, okay? And yeah, the only way we're going to be happy, only way I'm going to be happy at least, is if we see some cubes come in here in the near future. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. And I don't want to say if you guys enjoyed the video, but if you appreciate the information, please consider going down there, hitting that like button on this video, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.